You cannot win games without a dominant wide receiver. You have to have one. I mean, everybody has one with a young quarterback. Everybody. He mentioned Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen continued to grow because of Stephon Diggs. If he was still throwing to Zay Jones and those, no, he couldn't. Brandon Beane had to figure out, we need to go get something.
Think about this. Let's look a little bit ahead. We don't know where the Steelers are going to be, but the Browns seem to have a very bright future. The Bengals certainly seem to be moving in the right direction. They finally got that elusive quarterback that they've always been looking for. With all due respect to Andy Dalton, but a guy that can take them over the top, and potentially take them over the top. And then obviously Lamar Jackson, who has been an MVP already. Where do you see the Ravens in this division? And if there's another team that can morph into its next iteration, it will be the Steelers. I mean, it's rock solid as anybody. But in that pecking order, with the suddenly resurgent Browns making this a real question, where do you see the Ravens moving ahead with Jackson?
Well, first of all, I think that they're going to still be at the top of the class, right? It's going to be the Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns over the next several years until Pittsburgh figure out their quarterback situation. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow's been injured. I don't have a real faith. Zach Taylor's won a handful of games since taking over as head coach there. So I'm not really like, okay, Joe Burrow had a good season prior to getting hurt, but I don't see them leapfrogging either one of those two teams. In terms of Jackson, I always find it fascinating and funny about the risk of him getting hurt by his style of play. And if you look at the quarterback position, those aren't really the quarterbacks that get hurt. It's when you're standing in the damn pocket. It's not when you're running around. ACL happened to Tom Brady how? In the pocket.
Yeah.
Cam Newton's injuries came in the pocket. I mean,
Breeze.
Barbecue ribs in the pocket. When you look at, I think what people tend to look at is guys like RG3 that happened so long ago, and he happened to be running when he got hit and tore his ACL. They look at that, and they think that applies to every running quarterback, and that's not true. Russell Wilson's been running around since he's been in the league. Pretty healthy to me.
Pretty durable.
Pretty durable. Aaron Rodgers broke his collarbone in the cockpit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I start looking at that, I'm like, I wish they stopped saying that Lamar Jackson, oh man, his health. It's like, no, it has nothing to do with that. It's the front line needs to protect him from getting teed off on behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a counterintuitive point. It's a great point to bring up. You'd think the guys that run around would be the most susceptible, but in some cases they're the least. Key just ran off a litany of examples. It wasn't too long ago. I think it was week 3 of the season, if I'm not mistaken, Key. Monday Night Football, Chiefs, Ravens, the whole thing, Lamar, Mahomes, virtually no difference. And I think right now there clearly has been a little bit of separation between the two. What more do you need to see in the next evolution of Jackson to move him closer to getting back to that comparison with Mahomes?
Well, first of all, again, he needs to go get some receivers. Somebody's out there. But I like where Harbaugh and the staff has gone offensively. They brought in Keith Williams, a long-time doctor route. He's a wide receiver coach with one of the best of them in college football. He knows his stuff. He trains guys like Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill in the offseason. They went out and got a guy like T. Martin, who's tutored a number of college wide receivers. The great T. Martin, who won a national championship at the University of Tennessee after Peyton Manning left. So when you look at that, you're like, okay, they started there. Now go get a couple players to put with Keith Williams and let him do his work.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.